Mate, we're starting up on Darkness Sanctuary, and because this is the real BaseTradeTV, we don't have map intros, so we can just talk into it.
Sweet. Oh, that's fantastic. Giant map, but this is PvP, so I don't expect for it to drag out too long.
Yeah.
I'm expecting both of them to scout each other pretty early and start putting the herd on two bases.
Yeah, I think it should be pretty good. Like, big map, fun game. I don't know. PvP is one of those matchups that can really do anything. So, let's see what happens as we kick it off on Darkness Sanctuary. To the top right-hand side, our red Protoss player is Zest. Oh, and I can't zoom in.
That's right, Chris.
My mouse broke.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh,
you could spin it around, though.
I can spin it around.
Grand finalist Zest. And this guy's really been on the rise lately. He has a ton of fans, and rightfully so. This is Jin Air Green Wings' Trap. Thank you very much.
I can zoom in.
666 for the Twitch Prime sub, by the way. Hey, there you go. You can use a numpad. You got 10K?
Yeah, it just takes a little while.
That's how I do it.
I just got to tap a lot, you know.
It's not a. I think if you hit the 5 on the numpad, it goes straight in.
Whoa, we got bits going in from 47ers. Apparently the cheers just take up all of the screen. I love it. I love it.
My goodness, that's massive.
Beautiful.
5,000 biddy boos from 47ers.
Not just any biddy boos either. They're PogChamp biddy boos.
They're not just PogChamp biddy boos. They're PogChamp biddy boos with both of our emotes, which means he subscribes to both of our channels.
That's incredible. You know what else is incredible? When I actually turn on the game sounds. We're getting there. It's a great start to the day.
You know what? By the 6 best of 3, this might be a salvageable stream by the end. I love it.
Yeah, it's I reckon we'll get there in the end. Like, give it a few hours or something, and it's gonna be like somewhat okay. So yeah, you gotta live and learn. You know, we've never done a cast on BaseTradeTV before.
All the best lessons that I've learned in life have been the hard way. It's through pain, through like getting a figurative or literal slap on the wrist for doing something wrong.
Oh,
and that means the lessons stick.
Rifkin's calling me out, because in fairness, I think we did have this conversation where he was like, Wardy, do you want me to send you the map intros? And I think he has quoted me correctly when I said, mate, that sounds like a lot of work.
That sounds like work. It certainly does. Map intros, you need an Elgato, you need a lot of more...
You gotta press buttons, you gotta figure out which map intros turn it on. Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah. And
I mean, how can I mute my codecaster? I didn't have a mute button. You know, everything's just a disaster, really. So, yeah, I have no words.
Well, we have some different openings here from both players. We have Trap going for the double Stalker opening and Zest going for the Sentry opening. So it looks like he might want to just try and expand and hold on to it a little bit safely here. Trap probably got a similar idea in mind, but sort of getting some, but putting some more stock in mobile units instead of into the defensive ones.
Yeah, I mean, fun opening. PvP, you know, I actually kind of like early game PvP, because I feel as though I never really know what's going to happen. I mean, try and make all these cool predictions like, oh, he made this and that, and then it turns out he just doesn't do anything that I thought made sense. Although this time it does kind of make sense, right? Stalker opening from Trap into Twilight for Blink, versus the Sentry and a Stalker into a Robo with an expansion. It's like the safe way of opening from Zest, and, you know, Trap's sort of setting up for some potential aggression in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely. With a good ball of Stalkers and Blink, the world is your oyster, especially when you get that high ground. You can be a bit of a cheeky chorizo or a silly sausage. Should say cheeky chorizo. Valencia's so close around the corner.
Cheeky chorizo. That's a catchphrase right there. I'm waiting for it.
You know what? I'm going to use it in Valencia.
If you don't use that in the Valencia Grand Finals.
Oh, no, it's happening. It's happening.
I want you to introduce someone as the cheeky chorizo.
Knowing my luck, it'll be with someone like In Control or something who you actually can't have a different accent with, because you'll make fun of you for being born somewhere other than America. We have a Warpsm on halfway done here for Zest. So he could potentially get across the map as well, but Trap does confirm that Nexus with his own going up back at home. So it's just a little bit of a stalemate at the moment. Just both players just chilling on their sides of the map.
Yeah, no reason for either player to really kind of commit too hard to anything right now. I mean, they both have their expansions coming up. Again, Trap is going to have that Blink very soon, which I think becomes very scary for Zest, because, okay, he's bringing in Immortal and a couple of Sentries, but that Warp Prism is so vulnerable if Stalkers blink underneath it. And as soon as the Warp Prism's dead, the Immortal is so much easier to pick off.
Yeah, I'm with you there. He probably has to use it as some like a reinforcement tool rather than diving into the main or going up to close to the natural or that sort of thing. Because you're absolutely right. If the fight goes badly, then he's in a big spot of bother. But I got to say, having a couple sentries for Guardian Shield, potential force fields, as well as that Immortal, can definitely engage this army from Trap, even with Blink.
Well, here we go, up the ramp, and no shield battery initially, so the blink is really going to be necessary here. I mean, what do you actually target down first, though? He's going to go for the Warp Prism because it takes away so much micro potential, but it means he takes so much damage in the meantime. Oh, these Stalkers are in trouble, man.
Wow, dude. This opening from Zest might just end it right here. That force field was brilliant on the natural ramp as well. Caught the retreating Stalkers after they burned their blink. Those Stalkers got an absolute boner for that Warp Prism and paid for it with their lives.
Well, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that for Zest as he pushes on in towards the natural. I mean, now, he just picks away at this gateway. I mean, it's just a matter of time until he feels like he has enough to push up the ramp, I imagine. Or not even push up the ramp, but until Trap has to feel like he pushes down, right? Because now he's on one base. Trap's already in a lot of trouble here.
God, how do you break this as Trap? He's got no Warp Prism. He's got Immortals in the way. He's just going to tap out.
If you leave the game, you can go anywhere you want. You have to end. Love it. Beautiful effort. All right. Well, we are ready for game number 2, but you're going to have to just give me a sec, because I realized that while I did put the Olimoleague logo on the outer screen, I didn't put it in-game. So let me just do this fixing. What's really awkward is this whole thing. This looks absolutely awful. Okay, we'll just roll with it. Hey, Minnow, what do you want the big girl to say?
The bit goal?
I'll let you decide.
Oh, jeez. Well, you know what? I'll introduce this player first before... I need a minute. That's a really huge responsibility.
Maybe we should just have it as the intro of the player. In the top left, inside.
In the top left, it is Unlockable Rifkin emotes. A.K.A. Zest on match point here.
In the bottom right-hand side, Danamap, of course, is Trap. Pretty fast first game to get us started, but let's see if he can hold on a little bit better this time around. Obviously, I imagine the builds will be somewhat different as well, because you do get this in-game.
Yes, indeed. Well, just double gas from both players here. The 2-gate opener, it just seems to be what everyone's doing in PvP these days. I don't even see one gate fast expand anymore, which it felt like, you know, sometimes Protosses went for the 2 gates, sometimes the other one was a little bit greedier, but now it's just 2 gates all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, everything has just got to that point where everyone knows how to punish a non-2-gate build well enough, right? And the maps right now don't really allow for non-2 gates either. Maybe sometimes Darkness Sanctuary you can fast expand on, or I saw Horsem actually fast expanded on Dreamcatcher, and it was some really cool build where he used the sentries and the ramp, and then he attacked, and yeah, it was very technical, but it felt like he had to do a lot just to survive, so it feels like a lot of effort.
You definitely have to get that faster robo so you can, you know, not instantly die to any number of stalkers. But it is a tough nut to crack. There's a scout here from Trap. Zest getting up into the main of him as well. Pretty much mirror builds from both players, but once again, Zest, as I say that, Zest Cybercore finishes up and he gets that sentry instead of that second stalker. So once again, just looking to expand it a little bit faster and just lock it down a little bit.
Yeah, looks good. I love how
Zest always looks good.
I was just gonna say, talking about looking good. People saying, you know, where's Zombie Grub? Why is Zombie Grub not here? Guys, this is the new Zombie Grub DLC.
I am Zombie Grub, yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm Zombie Grub Australian DLC. Yeah. We slap a beard on her. We get it. We make her skin a little bit darker.
Whack the dreads on. Yeah, it's really
black dread wig.
I know it's a big change, but that's what you guys wanted with skins. You know, you want something that stood out and looks different.
It's feature packed.
Look, like at least we didn't just add spikes to it.
That's exactly. Yeah. I could just be Primal Zombie Grub.
Primal
purple with lots of spikes everywhere.
the first person I photoshops me a picture of Primal Zombie Grub is gonna...
That'll be my phone wallpaper forever. Like Zest was trying to proxy up here to the right, but Trap scouts that with a probe as well and going to chase that down with a couple stalkers.
It's actually going to be Trap who turns on the aggression, going up to 4 gateways here. He's going to one base this in the early stages, so going to set this up and see what he can get up to. And, well, I mean, there's his pylon coming down. So for Zest, this is about defending, of course, but the Oracle doesn't defend a lot right away, but at least can force warp ins at home eventually. He does have another pylon on the high ground, but no shield battery, and the sentry has used its energy on a hallucination, so Zest is really in some trouble right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's looking like he's going to have to cancel his Nexus. Trap is going to hit just before it finishes, so he has the ability to cancel. And with no pylon, no shield battery, like you mentioned, he's in a spot of bother. He's got to buy time for these batteries and just get out whatever he can. There's no Robo here from Zest. He went for a Stargate opener, so he's going to have Oracles to try and help out here. Not the strongest unit against Augurs.
I wonder if he leaves the Nexus up just to kind of buy time. No, okay, we'll try and cancel. It makes sense, but sometimes players are like, okay, you know, I'll leave it up and it'll buy me a bit more time before he comes up the ramp, or if I survive, I get away with the Nexus. Anyways, here comes the Oracle across the map, and that is going to start doing some damage here. Exactly what Zest needs, because again, it forces Warpins at home, and now that's 2 Stalkers that won't be in the fight on the other side.
And also 7 probes shy in that economy, knocking him down 9 probes versus Zest on that 26 probe economy. Now, it's not a great number of probes, but having a lot more income means he can produce a lot more, which means that Trap is going to find it hard to afford things from this Stargate as well as aggressive units, or defensive units for that case, against these 2 Oracles.
Ooh. Wow. Well, turns out all you need to do against a 4-gate is cancel your Nexus and use your Oracles. Incredible.
Yeah, I mean... a big part of the reason why Trap just tapped out there was because of that first Oracle doing so much damage. He didn't really have anything to deal with those 2 Oracles, and he didn't have the ability to afford it. He had a Phoenix on the way, but it wouldn't have been out in time to save his poor little probes.
Trap did tap on out. And that's Zest picking up a super fast win for his first series of the day, which puts him up at a 1-0 scoreline. This is a round-robin group. You casted this yesterday, right? So you're going to be able to just make sure I'm not wrong, right? It is round-robin.
It is round robin, but I didn't cast it yesterday. It was no, actually I did, because I'm the DLC version of the person that cast it yesterday with
Got you. See, I knew it. I knew it.